How do we communicate during this COVID lockdown with each other, especially where the stresses around relationships and, all
Yep.
that stuff? Like, how do we
Yep.
communicate and really create that yum, that spicy?
So, it's really helpful to have kind of a script to copy. It
Mm.
helps us to get started. If
Mm.
anybody's ever had to like do public speaking or speak in front of a class or something like that, knows that it helps to prepare it on paper. Maybe read it a dozen times or a few times before you do it. It helps to get you in the flow of what you're trying to say and work up your courage and kind of get more comfortable with it and stuff like that. So, I've developed this little script and I'll just offer it to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Customize it to your heart's content.
Great.
It's really simple. Find where it really resonates for you and then customize it to put a finer point on that resonance, that spot of real juice for you. But basically, like, let's say you're my partner and we're in COVID lockdown in a tiny little apartment in a city and we can't go out, and days are turning into weeks are turning into months. We're like, oh my God, we're going nuts here. But you love the person, right? I love you. You're my partner. I love you. And I want success. And I'm feeling like I'm not getting what I want sexually. And I'm frustrated about that. Maybe we had a fight last week. You can kind of like imagine this scenario. We're missing each other, maybe we're antagonistic to each other a little bit, So here's the script. It's not exact words. It doesn't really matter the exact words, but just the general feeling of it is like, I know there's a lot of pressure on us. And I know there's a lot of stresses and a lot of things we can't control. And I know that there's a lot of fear and anxiety. And I need to tell you that even though all that exists, I want to make sure that the flame of our relationship stays lit, that we don't let these powerful energies snuff it out, right? Like, I don't want to let it go out. And I don't know exactly how to kindle this fire and make it brighter with all these pressures, but I want to care for it with you. I want to do something to foster more intimacy and connection with you in the middle of all the chaos.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but like, I'm attracted to you. I want you. I want to have sex with you. Like, I want there to be heat and magnetism and, between the two of us still. I'm desperate for that inside and I don't know what to do, but I want to do something. Does that resonate with you at all? Like, do you feel at all like that too? Like, would you maybe be interested in having a conversation about how we could meet each other better in the middle of all this stuff that's happening? And then so that's like script
That's
1.0.
beautiful.
So then
Yes.
if they're like, oh yeah,
Michael
I said
is a
yes.
yes.
I'm a yes,
Michael's
Chris.
a yes to you.
then there's other things that we can bring onto the table from there. But the first thing is just what we're talking about is we're setting the frame of reference. Like, we're pacing the situation and we're identifying a need that I have inside of myself, and I'm expressing it in in a way that's not requiring you to do anything. It's not pushy, right? It's just being honest. It's being vulnerable. It's true. And it opens a gateway to a bigger conversation about, well, yeah, maybe how could we spice things up? And ultimately, that's really the most important thing, is the ability to have a space to have that conversation about how you can spice things up in a way that works for both of you. Or we could say, to have the conversation about what things are getting in the way of you guys being able to spice things up.
Right.
And can you do anything about those?
Right.
Can you get childcare so you have a night alone? Can you get out to go to a hotel so you're not in the house with the dirty dishes and the clothes piling up and the neighbors and all the stuff? Like, what can you do? Like, so there's two parts of it, right?
Yeah.
But first is creating that space to have the dialogue.
Yeah.
And then I've got tools to give you if you want. There's lots of tools. I'm sure you guys have tools to give also about like ideas for how you could spice things up.
Yes.
What are
We
some
have
romantic
loads of
ideas?
those. We have loads of
Yeah,
those.
exactly.
It's beautiful.